5, 4, 3, 2.
And good evening, Junior, and welcome again to the pre-show of the Thaddeus Matthews Show, which is seen at 7 p.m. only on Cussing Pastor TV.com. This is not the show. Sometimes it'll be a little long as those, but I'm working on cutting it more and more each day. Two things I want to talk to you about. The show tonight at 7 p.m. is an exclusive. I will be talking to Tony Carruthers, who is presently serving a life sentence in Nashville for the capital murders of Marcellus Anderson, his mother Dolores Anderson, and Fred Tucker. Marcellus was a known drug dealer in 1994 in the North Memphis area. Dolores was his mother, and Fred was just a teenage friend. They were killed and was buried in Rose Hill Cemetery. One of the most horrendous things that I've ever seen. I grew up in the funeral business, and in 1994, when these murders took place, I was working at N.J. Ford and Sons funeral. Apparently, what had happened in these murders were that they were murdered, and in Rose Hill Cemetery back in the day, and Rose Hill is still there. I think what we call it, Bunker Hill, right there by the Bulk Mail Center. In those days, working in the funeral industry, I knew, and Mr. Flowers was a little shaky. Mr. Flowers owned the cemetery and had no backhoes or anything of that nature. He paid the neighborhood crackheads, junkies, and whoever else he could get to do it. He paid them $25 a grave. And the only thing that they had was a shovel. So they did graves. You know, got one making him quick $25. He dig a grave. One to make him $50. He dig 2 graves. If he needed $100, he dig 4 graves. So when we would drive in, when funeral homes would drive into the cemetery, there'd be graves everywhere. Because the crackheads had went, and some of them graves went 6 feet. Okay. I remember going into the cemetery one day, getting ready to pick a grave, because if we picked our own graves, because there's just so many, you just pick a grave. They didn't have one lowering device in the whole cemetery. And hell, I looked at the grave, hell, it wasn't but 3 to 4 feet. I said, no, we can't, because the whole casket, top of the casket was going to be sticking up out of the ground. Now, if it was 5 feet and you put a little dirt on it, we'd be all right. Just put my mom in that, she ain't trying to get no extra feet now. She ain't trying to get no extra inches now. But that's the way it was in Newport. I mean, not Newport, please don't let me call it that. But Rose Hill Cemetery. So, on this particular day, MJ Edwards' funeral home had a funeral. And like we did at Ford, they went to the cemetery, buried this lady in the ground. She was covered up. 3 people have went missing. And that was Marcellus Anderson, Dolores Anderson, and Fred Tucker. So I think the guy named Montgomery that was in the jail told them where the bodies were. This was about to become that perfect crime. I swear for God, it was planned perfectly. What they had went into Rose Hill and did. We were buried in wooden boxes back in those days. With no vault, just a wood box. Whoever the killers are, took the wood box out of the grave with the lady in it. They took the lady's casket out of the grave and took the wood box out of the grave, dug the grave deeper, put the 3 bodies in the grave, put the wood box on top of the 3 people that they killed, put the casket back in the box, and covered the grave up. Nobody would have ever thought to look in the cemetery under some other dead folk, one other dead folk to find. Well, the guy told it. Homicide went to the graveyard. They pulled the lady out. I'll never forget. She was in a bronze, one of them minimum metal bronze caskets. And Edgar Miller, Edgar just died a few weeks ago, was the body snatcher. And he worked with the detectives in homicide. So even though the body did not belong to us, and the homicide wasn't trying to find out who the dead lady in the casket, who they had a funeral, who was legitimately in that hole, who she was, they pulled her casket out of the ground. Homicide did, the police. And they had to do something with the woman. They weren't going to take the dead lady to the police station. So they called Edgar, because we were close. Our funeral home was closer than Edwards was. And Edgar got a couple of us. I drove the hearse, I remember that, to the cemetery, to the scene. This is 1994. To pick up the body. Well, while I'm in the cemetery, they pull the 3 dead people out of the hole. And I never will forget the look that was on Dolores Anderson's face. And I always will believe that Dolores Anderson was buried alive. Because it was like, mouth wide open, full of dirt, though. Eyes. What? It was full of dirt. Her mouth was wide open, and her eyes were bugged. Like she was surprised she was dead. May she rest in peace. So I get there, and they got these 3 bodies out of the grave. We take the casket on back to Ford. Then we call Evans when we get back so they can come get their own body. Well, You about to go? Who said the mouth was closed? Ignorant motherfucker. I didn't say that mouth was closed. Can't no dirt getting your mouth with was closed. Use a dumb motherfucker. I didn't say that. Set your vanilla looking ass on the screen and just shut the fuck up. The mouth was open. Rigor mortis had set up with the mouth being open. Damn. Good. So Tony was charged. Him and a couple of other guys were charged with capital murder. You're about to be a gone ass, not only a dumb ass. Now open your mouth one more time, motherfucker, and you'll be gone someday. Okay. Tony was hard to deal with. Tony was his own attorney. Tony served as his own attorney. And you know what they say about a guy that represents himself. He has a client for food. Well, the beginning of this year, Tony Carruthers sent me a packet. He sent me also an interview on tape. And I know I ain't ready to get this in. Tony sent the packet that he sent me to every news agency in this city. And no one has ever really did anything with this. Tony Carruthers now says that he's innocent, that the District Attorney General's office, along with a judge, set him up, that they used a paid informant by the name of Alfredo Shutt, to set him up. Well, and Tony's already called me. I didn't know you could call from death row, but you get a third party, I guess. And as long as he wasn't calling me collect, it was all right. It's going to be an interesting conversation. You can only see it on Cussing Pastor TV.com. Yeah, I'm out of Facebook jail temporarily anyway. On my main page. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting conversation. So if you don't have no subscription, you won't see or hear the interview. It's only $9.95. I don't know what some of y'all been waiting on. Soon you'll be able to see me back on TV as well. But it'll be paid subscription as well. $9.95 will be that too. Collins said he got his subscription. So as long as you get your subscription, you all right. $9.95. Don't you watch me right now if you want to see it? Because the only place that it will ever show is on CussingPastorTV.com. It will not show on any of the Facebook pages. But it's a very interesting story. It's a very interesting story. And I remember it so vividly because in 1994, I should have been How old was I in 1994? Much younger than I am now.
Ouch.
94, or didn't see. I don't think I was 40 years old. Yeah, I was in my 30s, what? Late 30s.
37.
I was 37 years old. Yeah, yeah, 37. Ooh, that seems like a long. I was 37 years old, about 100 pounds lighter. I was still good looking now. Still the sharp dresser, with black suits all week long with funeral home. But it was it was just look at Miss Dolores. And then the thing about that was that N.J. Ford and Sons buried all three. We had a triple funeral. I'll never forget it. Had a triple funeral. All three of them laid out there in the same thing. We put them in that white casket trimmed in gold. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, but he wanted to talk to me because he knows, yes, you're right, Mr. 537 I know. Were those folk related? Well, the drug dealer, Marcellus Anderson, and Dolores Anderson was son and mother. I think Fred Tucker was a young teenage guy that was friends of the family. But the uniqueness of it was it had to be someone that was familiar with what happens in Rose Hill Cemetery at that time. They ain't even buried nobody in Rose Hill no more. Um, I, the graves was, somebody said I'm reading the story now online. Okay. The interesting thing was that Mr. Flowers fixed that out. Uh, Mr. Flowers that ran the funeral home then had money. He had bought the cemetery, and he took the junkies and the crackhead guys, gave them a shovel, and they would dig the grave. Now, some of the graves were dug deep. Okay. Some of those graves were dug deep. So some of them guys be on that shit, and they just get to digging and wouldn't know when 6 feet was cool. They just dig 6 feet. He might give me some extra. 7 feet, 8 feet, but it was. We go to the cemetery. I pulled in because I was the hearse driver. They said I didn't know how to. I got into management early because they said I didn't know how to act with the live people on funerals. What'd you laugh at that?
I could understand them.
I didn't like dealing with the families on funerals. Motherfuckers want to go to the repast and stay at the damn repast all damn day. Yeah. And here it is on Saturday. I done did 8, 9 funerals. And motherfuckers want to stay at the repast. Shit. Have the same thing in all the damn repasts. Kentucky Fried Chicken and some of them green beans. So they said I didn't have the personality to deal with the live folk, so I drove the dead people, which was, I prefer that anyway than having to deal with the families and all that shit. Just let me drive dead folk and we get along fine. And I pick up bodies from the morgue and shit. That was my thing until I became a body snatcher, which was a whole another story. But it was just unique when I looked down at Dolores Anderson, and she had fright. She just died with fright. And I always said they buried her alive. And when I looked at the fright in her eyes, I looked at her mouth being open and when we got up, naturally they all had autopsies because um, every homicide has to have an autopsy. The dirt was out of our mouth and stuff. I remember we made it look real nice. Um, all of them looked real nice. But that's what I'm talking about. At about 30 minutes ago, and I had to remind him I don't go on with him until 7 o'clock. He had planned to call me at 4, but I guess somebody else on death row had somebody to call. You know, guess ain't much to do when you're on death row, but talk to people. So, but hopefully he'll get the phone on time to call me. All right, that's it. You need to get yourself a subscription. Get yourself one of them subscriptions. Ain't but $9.95. Okay. $9.95. Go get yourself a subscription. One of the reasons I need some in this coat. I ain't got nothing brown there.
We got none here, period.
Huh?
None here, period.
Damn, that's messed up. I'm glad they were able to look nice after going through what must have been horrific. Yeah, we always made you look like you're just sleeping at NJ Ford. What's a body snatcher? A body snatcher, and what my job would be as a body snatcher, it was just like Edgar. Edgar had left Ford for a while, so I became the official body snatcher. If that was a homicide too, we had people in the morgue that would give us information on who the next of kin is, the address and phone number, and I go knock on the door. And ask if we could have the body. It wasn't ethical. What you laughing at, Jeff?
Because it's not ethical.
But I made 10% of the film bill. Okay? Damn ethics. They did. I got 10% of the film bill. So, I be trying to set them good films, them $10,000 and $8,000 films. That's 10%. Okay? And, go on. And you know what? I remember my greatest. I remember. See, folk would kick you out their house for trying to solicit their mom on them.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to have a certain attitude, and I had the right attitude for it. Because I'm there to get paid. Okay. We were taught that the only thing you need when you dead is a good undertaker. So I would be there, and I'd be all cordial and stuff. Bouncing Baba mentioning K. Michelle on my motherfucking show will get your ass kicked the fuck off my page. Now say something else, and you're gone, bro. Okay, I don't deal with K. Michelle. I hate that bitch. Okay, now, plain and simple. I remember then I went in this house, and their mama had just died.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got the information, and Harold Ford called me, you ain't been to the house yet? I said, I'm on the way. I got to the house, and they didn't want me to come in. I'm with, I go in and I put my radio boards on. My name is Thaddeus Matthews, and I represent Congressman Ford. He was a congressman there. And the congressman asked me to come by and see if we could help you in your hour of grief. We don't want you motherfucking body snatcher. Da 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 da. I said, yeah. Well, okay. And this was always my routine there. When they get ready to put me out the house. And the family was there. I said, I'm going to leave and I understand what you're going through at this moment. Can we just have a moment of prayer before we go? I just want to pray with the family. I want to talk to you. I'm on the air. Can we just have a moment of prayer? Pray with you. So, yeah, prayer changes. So, can we all just join hands? And I want to pray for you. And then I want to leave you. I'm going to leave you. I'm sorry that I disturbed you in your moment of sadness. Then I get into one of the, because I know how to pray. I get into one of them good prayers. Everybody got their eyes closed. And I'm into one of them Rock of Ages prayers. Oh Lord, bless this family. Lord, keep your arms of protection all around them. See, and while I'm praying, and I'm listening for certain things while I'm praying there. And I know this was bad. I'm listening. Okay.
Who gonna back you up?
Yeah, I'm listening for the call and the repeat. And I thought that even right now, Lord, we know that you're able.
Yeah, Lord.
We know right now that you're going to come in to this place. And you're going to soothe the sorrow of these Sister So-and-so's loved ones. I got a name down. Yeah. And I crack my eyes while we're praying to see what's happening. And oh Lord, right now, Lord, fix it right now, Lord. Come on by here. Yeah. So if I got them rocking, these are the blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. And let us all say amen, amen, and amen again. Then I head for the door. If I done my job correctly, they stop me before I get to the door. They stop me. Brother, what you say your name was? Matthews. The congressman sent you by here? Yes, ma'am. Your congressman sent me by here. Okay, what can you offer us? And if you let me talk, if you give me 5 minutes of your time, I got you. Then, back in them days, I said, look, here's what we're going to do. I know that you're going through something right now. And if I knew it was going to be good enough funeral, a good enough funeral, one of them good funerals there, I sent for the limousine from the funeral. Because naturally, I didn't go in no limousine. I just would go in one direct car. Sometimes I go in them and say, if I think I could swoop them all up and bring them back to the funeral home and make some arrangements right then. Shoot. Because you had to get them away from them other funeral homes. Like your friend. What's that boy's name?
I was like, who was my friend?
That boy that's always flirting with you. B.T. Austin. I remember, I have so many stories I could tell for. What's a good funeral? One that pays, baby. One that pays. One where you got some insurance. Not no GoFundMe, but you got some insurance. Okay? That's a good funeral. Good funeral. A poor funeral is about $3,500 or less. Good funeral is about $65 on up. I remember when we buried, what's that man that wrote Roots? Alex Haley. We went weird to Ripley, Tennessee with his funeral. Took all our hearses and cars. You know that motherfucker still old funeral home. He should have dug up Kunta.
See?
They didn't, they didn't pay for the funeral.
Of course they didn't.
I'm glad you didn't. Okay. Well, BT had lost his daddy's funeral home because he was on crack or drugs or something. And BT had his funeral home or in the mechanics. When I got to the house, BT was in the house. Another undertaker went in the house. Didn't mean shit to me. I went on in and and BT, now understand, he would keep the bodies at the mechanic shop, but he was renting space for his funeral home at the mechanic shop. So I trying to get the body, and he tell them all he's damn near about to give the funeral away. So I said, ma'am, let me interject here. I said, Brother Austin, where your funeral home located? And he gave that. I said, ain't that the garage over there? Yeah, well, I'm working out of there right now. I said, oh Lord. Whoever the next of kin was, I said, oh Lord, ma'am. I said, ma'am, he gonna have your mama over there on the motor oil right there by the transmission fluid. I said, they're gonna be moving your mama around on you remember those little scooters they used to have, the mechanics used to get on and go under the car with the little wheels on it. I said, ma'am, they're gonna be moving your mama around on the little thing that they go under the cars in. You don't want your mama to be treated like, no! I said, ma'am, then you need to go to a funeral home. Mr. Austin is a nice guy, and I've been knowing Mr. Austin for a long time. But your mama was such an elegant lady. I can see on your pictures. I was a great bullshitter in my day. Your mama was, is that your mama's picture right there? Yeah, that's mama. Oh, your mama's such a fine lady. You don't want your mama over there between the Chevrolet and the beard. You need to let her come on down here. I'm going to send for a limousine to come and get y'all right now and take you on down there and pick what you need for your mom. Ooh. I could give you some stories about the funeral business. But anyway, what the?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm going to tell you one more deal, then I'm going to let these folks go. Lady died over on Woodlawn. Never will forget it. Went over on Woodlawn, bunch of little young thoughts over there. This was at the time that they had, you remember Excess Med Plus?
No.
Oh, that's right. You never been getting on them government programs.
Anyway.
Excess Med Plus was a state insurance program. Okay. And they were paid. Most people didn't realize that Excess Med Plus had a death benefit package of $5,000. Okay. So we were the first to find out about it because Harold Ford was a part of the Excess Med Plus being formed. So we had a book of everybody that was on Excess Med Plus, which was a little blue and red card. Some of y'all remember the little blue and red card. So we don't know how we gonna bury our mom. You know how folks be crying. That was before GoFundMe. We don't know how we gonna bury mama. I said, ma'am, no, it was a $10,000 death benefit. That's what it was. It was a $10,000 death benefit. I said, was your mama on any state program? Yeah, she got a card. I said, what color is the card? It's blue and red. I said, can I see your card? And I get on the phone and call funeral home and see if their mama's name was in the book. You always want to be in the book. The Lamb's Book of Life. So, yeah, she in there. She get a $10,000 death benefit. I said, okay. I said, who's the next of kin? Yeah. I said, look, let me ask you something, Doc. Now remember, they got a $10,000 death benefit. I said, man, let me ask you something. If I can bury your mom, no charges to you, and put $5,000 in your pocket, can I have your mom's body? Then because I was a little smart aleck maybe in that. We gonna wait and get some more, she said opinions, but she meant, you know what you meant, some more quotes from some other funeral home. I said, man, but nobody's going to offer you what I'm going to completely take it out of your hands. I'm going to put your mom in a nice, fine casket. We can take it to Roseville back in the day too. Get a cheap grave. We're going to put your mama, I don't even get your head done. We're going to do all this for about $5,000-$6,000. Get her a grave. Did your mama have a new suit to wear for a funeral? We're going to get your mama a suit. We could always get a suit. You know, they made dresses for dead people. You know that? They make suits for dead folk. For dead men.
I didn't hear nothing about a suit until Ed told me about my brother's suit. I had never heard it.
Okay, yeah. They make suits for dead people.
How am I supposed to know?
You wear the back out. You know, we just stick your arms in it.
Yeah, he told me. I didn't know.
I said, where your mama at? She in the mall. I said, in the mall? She in the freezer? She said, yeah.
She called.
I said, ma'am, your mama gonna have freezer burn. I said, ma'am, you ever seen meat that stayed in the freezer too long? You know them little burns? Oh man, we gotta get your mama out that mall. Your mama gonna have some freezer burns. Oh, get my mama out there. Yes, man. Send this little piece of paper right here. This little release sheet right here. And I'm gonna send somebody right now while I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm gonna send somebody right now to go on and get your mama out that mall. I said now, and back in the day we didn't have no camera pictures. I said, swing by here on Woodlawn. Let me give you this here release. I said, in fact, let me just call the mall and let this young lady, the next king, talk to the people at the mall and release that body. You pick that body up and take that body on back to the mark. Well, we used to do some horrible things. Thank the Lord for salvation. I ain't do them things no more. Whew. All right, 7 o'clock. Y'all join me. This man always talking about single mothers with no husband. None of these kids got different daddies and no husband. Bitch, now you know, bitch, you done fucked up, don't you? Let me tell you, but she got a daddy motherfucker that's got a pocket full of money, bitch. Okay? Now, what's your real name, ugly asshole? So I can run a check on your ass, bitch, with 15, 29 children. Why you worried about Dominique? Yeah, I'm always talking about you poor broke ass giving your pussy away hoes. Yeah, I am talking about single black women who always giving your pussy away and you ain't got no benefits. My daughter makes good money. My daughter got a good dad that got plenty of money. So fuck you, bitch. And guess what, bitch? You now going off the goddamn age. Yeah, they got two different dads. I bet if you got some sisters and brothers, your mammy done fucked the whole goddamn neighborhood with her miscarriage having ass. Bitch done lost more babies than she done had. Stop, Pastor. Stop. Just stop. But you don't talk about my baby. Now you want to get on my bad side. Talk about my baby. Mm-hmm. I'll lose friendship with folk over that one day.
Yes.
I will lose friendship. You don't mess with her, man. You can deal with me. This is what I do. But you don't fuck with my baby. I'm in shooting your man to get. You need to post a video about your aunt on YouTube that gave me life last week. What did I talk about last week? Huh?
Probably a TT when she slapped your glasses off your face. It gives me life sometimes.
To give you life too? You wish you could do what TT did. Right?
I don't want to do what TT did.
I bet you know. Yes, I blocked that person. Oh, which is, I mean, that is, yeah. I'm finna go, man. Because see, you get my blood pressure up me. When you talk about my baby, that'll get food, I'll get 500. Y'all forgive me if y'all had never heard no cuss words like that. But I am the cussing pastor. I'm finna go now. Alright. We got anybody on Facebook? Because I ain't looked at it.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Carruthers, 7 p.m. Okay? Tony Carruthers, 7 o'clock. Serving life on death row. I guess he's going on death row. 23 in, 1 hour out every day. Damn. But, first time I got a call from him, damn, I didn't know, you could get no call from the death row. Woo. All right, 34 years. Is that 24 years? Is that 34? That's about 24. Mm-hmm. They're about 24 years on death row. Ooh. He ain't got nothing to do. But he's going to call me. If you do not have your subscription, get your subscription right now on Cussing Pastor TV.com. I didn't mean to go off like that on that name. Yeah, I did. I just didn't mean to say something. My mama might be dead. Bitch deserve to be dead for having some shit like you. I'm gonna be nice. All right, 7 p.m. I'm fitting to go. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's 6:01. All right, I'll be back at 7 o'clock. Tony Carruthers should give me a call about 7 o'clock, and we're going to talk about that particular case. We're going to talk about Alfredo Shaw, who he says said it. So he's going to give our own, see if I can get this device to work where I can make sure that he can be heard. All right, I'm the baddest man on TV, radio, social media. My name is Thaddeus Matthews. Until 7 o'clock. Top of the evening to you. That funky bitch gonna come and get talk about my child. Got to do.
Are you looking to relocate your home or your business? Do you need someone that's professional, affordable, and reliable? Then you need to call Movers and More at 331-0063, 901-331-0063. Movers and More specializes in both commercial and residential relocation. They have 25 years of experience and are open 7 days a week. They also offer free estimate and offer local and long distance moving. Call Movers and More, 901-331-0063, 901-331-0063. Whether you live in Memphis or anywhere in the country, security is an important feature. And that's the reason, whether it's your home or whether it's your business, you need to entrust your security to a company that can get it done just the way it needs to be done. That's the reason I entrust my home security and my business security to Shoney's Electronic Repair. In a city like Memphis, your security, your protection, your life, your safety is very important. Let me tell you one of the features that I really enjoy is being able to take my cell phone, and before I arrive at my house or even here at the church, I can see completely around the building. And that's important, especially for you ladies on your way home by yourself. You can see who's around your house, in front of your house, and even if there's someone on the inside of your house. I'm telling you, Shoney's Electronic Repair is the company that you need to call right now. They also provide monitoring so that if anyone does break into your home or your business, the police is notified immediately. They also have the video doorbell, so when someone pushes your button and goes ding-a-ling, well, you can see them and you can talk to them anywhere in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, if safety is an issue at your home or your business, pick up that phone right now and call Shoney's Electronic Repairs, area code 901-826-6447. That number one more time for your complete safety is 901-826-6447.
I was helping my coworker get her son out of jail, and a friend of mine referred us to Tiger Bonding Company. Neither one of us knew what to do to get the process started. The staff at Tiger Bonding informed us of what was required and professionally guided us through the process. The agents at Tiger Bonding turned a stressful situation into a pleasant experience. I recommend to anybody that needs the service of a bail bond company to call the dependable and reliable Tiger Bonding.
Mr. or Mrs. Business Person, has the COVID-19 virus infected your business and you need a loan to stay in business or a loan to grow your business, but your credit will not allow you to get a traditional loan? Then you need to call DW Investment Group, who has non-traditional lenders ready to assist you with a loan from $5,000 to $200,000, and you can have a check in funding services and solutions for everyday small business emergencies or unforeseen circumstances. DWI assists creating economic freedom, tailored funding, and hands-on support. They also offer a wide variety of funding solutions such as merchant cash advances, small business loans, SBA loans, equipment financing, factoring purchases, and commercial mortgage nationwide. DWI also offers personal and business credit repair. You need to call them now. Remember, if your business is suffering and you need a loan, it's your fault. All you need to do is call Diane Withers, Director of Funding, at 844-245-1911. 844-245-1911. That number again, 844-245-1911.
Education, experience, community involvement, special legislation, conferences and workshops, family, church, and friends. Honesty, integrity, accessibility, what Barbara Cooper brings to you and me. She'll take a stand, together we can win again. Yeah. Re-elect Barbara Cooper, State Representative, District 86, paid for by friends of Barbara Cooper.
Early voting, July 17th to August 1st.
Hi, I'm Paul Boyd, your candidate for General Sessions Court Clerk. It is important that we give everyone full access to justice. That is why I will have a knowledgeable staff that is prepared to inform you about the court process so that you have confidence in the justice system. Because the citizens of Shelby County deserve a friend in the courthouse. And I am Paul Boyd, your friend. Paid for by Community Elect Paul Boyd, Kelly Price, Treasurer.